Hi everybody, this is Kim coming in with episode number 6 of SMILF. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and thumbs up the video. Let's get it going. Okay, this episode starts off, they give us a little history lesson about women's basketball and WNBA. Bridget is going through her mail and, overdue bills, and she comes across her letter from the WNBA, and she read it, and she was accepted. She's been accepted to, come to the tryouts. Now it goes to Bridget and Eliza. I don't know if her name is Eliza or Elisa. I feel like it should be Elisa instead of Eliza. I don't know. I'm just saying. They're talking and everything, and now Bridget is looking for her lemons because she says she has to balance her body. This is her morning ritual. So then it goes to Ralphie, and he's at the gym, and he's telling the guy that baptized Larry, I'm just so happy right now. Me and Bridget is in such a good space right now, or place right now. My Father's Day was awesome. And, the guy tell him, I told you, you keep your side of the street clean, everything will work out for you. So then Ralphie gets a phone call from his mother, and she's basically saying, I want Nick out of here. He got to go. Come over here. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. So now Bridget is at her mother's house, at Tutu's house. So now Tutu is talking about the love of her life. This guy, Edmund, that she's been in love with forever. I'm assuming that's the guy who got the other half of that heart that she keep messing with on her wrist. So she says she found him on Yelp, and she's going to see him. He's a dentist, has 3 children. She's going to see him. Bridget is basically telling Tutu, you're making a mistake. You think you're going to show up at this man's office and he's still going to be in love with you? You're delusional. So Tutu is, you are too, basically. Here it is. You chasing a dream. Tutu's saying, forget what Bridget talking about. She says she's tingling in her body and she going to see him. She say she tingling and she's a little moist. So she going to see her old lover. I guess. Now Allie is texting Bridget and telling her to come to the house. Now she make it to the house and Allie is all bandaged up. Look like she had plastic surgery or something. Allie said Mr. Man took the kids on his business trip and she had a small window to get some work done. Oh my God. She done had a tummy tuck, fillers done, some stuff done to her chin, some stuff done to her face. And Bridget is saying, why? And Allie said, huh? Almost as if, Bridget's supposed to know why. So she basically tell her she don't look like she did 20 years ago. And Bridget is telling her, you're beautiful, And she was like, no, have you seen the pictures? And she was like, yeah, I've seen these pictures that's all around the walls and stuff. And she was like, that's a picture of me before I had children, when we got married in Rome or whatever. And so now she's trying to convince Bridget. She's trying to convince Bridget to stay. She want her to stay for a couple of days. And Bridget's like, I got tryouts. I'm trying out for the WNBA. So Bridget just basically tell her, I'll check on you later. I'll come back. And Allie want to know, basically, what time are you coming back? So it goes back to Ralphie briefly. And I guess he's at his mother's house, and his friend or brother, I don't know who that was, but they basically is telling him, are you sure you want to see your mother? She's always messing with your head or whatever. And he was like, I love my mother. They kind of joned a little bit, and that's it with that. Now, it's back to Tutu, and she's getting ready to visit her longtime lover, and she's shaving and tweezing hers and stuff on her face. She feeling good. She feeling like this is going to happen. she gonna hook back up with her lover or her ex-boyfriend, and everything's gonna be great. Bridget is at these trials, and it's a lot of women. A lot of people trying out. She's a little nervous, and she's trying to get the feel of what's going on. So she's just kind of looking, and you can tell she's in her head and everything. And then after that, she just kind of snap out of it, and she get into the routine, and she start shooting, and she make one shot, and the next person behind her miss, and you know, she just get them a little pep talk. You know, have you heard of so and so, so and so? And they was like, yeah, what's that? She tell her, she smacked the chick on her butt or whatever. You know, the whole game thing that they do. So yeah, she's really getting into the thing, in the swing of things with this whole trial. And now Tutu is at the dentist's office. Come on. Okay, so now, like I said, Tutu is at this dentist's office, and she's talking to the nurse or whatever, and now the doctor comes in, and he turn around and he look at her, and they instantly remember each other, and they go through their little history and everything, and you know, and he tell her, you still look the same, and she like, really? You know, and next thing you know, they kissing and hugging, and now she's laying on this little thing, and it look like they finna get it on. Tutu gotta be in her damn head. Let me see. She gotta be in her head. Now come on, ain't nobody finna do all this at no damn dentist's office. She gotta be in her head. Oh my God, I guess she ain't in her head. I guess this is really happening. Crazy. So Tutu and this man is getting it on in this doctor's office. You hear me? Yeah. It goes back to Bridget, and she's on the basketball court, and they basically doing a game, playing a game or whatever. And Bridget feeling like she ain't as good as she thought she was. You know, I guess the girl did some kind of move. I don't know. I'm not a sports head, so I don't know these terms. But she started asking everyone else, can you do that? Can you do that? Everybody know how to do it, and she's feeling a certain type of way, like she might not be as good as she think. Uh-oh. Now Ralphie is at his mother's house, and the reason why he came over there because his mother wanted him to put Nick out, which I'm assuming is her boyfriend. And he drive an hour and a half, and he finally make it there. And he now he's cooking dinner and everything, and he asks his mother to eat with him, and she like, no, I gotta go. You know, Nick apologized, and I gotta go see him. So she tell him what he needs to do for all the dogs. She got a lot of dogs, too damn many dogs. But you know, and so he got to give the dogs the medicine and feed them and everything, and he have to give Vicodin to one of the dogs, and he got the dog in his hand. He tell her, you know, the best way of doing this is you got to chew it, you know, before you swallow. It works best that way. He give the dog one of the pills, and then he take one of the pills. So
I guess Ralphie done fell off the bandwagon. Or did I go bandwagon? I guess he done fell off the wagon. I don't know what to call it. Ralphie's back on it.
So now it's back to Bridget, and she's still in this game or whatever, and her and this one girl is basically heads up or whatever. Bridget goes for a shot. The girl hit her in the nose. Now she got a bloody nose. So the dude throw her a towel and say, okay, go see the medic on the side over there. You know, I done seen what I need to see for the day. And she was like, huh? What do you mean? And he said, I done seen what I need to see. You know, basically, you're not good enough for the WNBA. And she was like, you haven't seen half of what I could do. Look how fast I am. So she started doing all that. And he was like, look, I done seen what I need to see. Go have a seat. And so he started talking to the other girls, like, you know, keep your head up, keep your head. And she turns to him and say, you keep your head up, you know. You know, she was like, I was the best. I was the best in my high school, on my high school team. And he was like, well, it must not have been a good high school. So rude. That was so rude. Crushing dreams. Why you gotta crush a dream like that? That's crazy. Now it's back on Tutu, and her and Edmund is talking, and she like, you know, if my dad hadn't passed, you know, basically you think we still would have worked. And he said, you know, things worked out, basically. You know, and so she goes, you know, next time we hook up, you know, make sure you give me a bed, because I'm too old to be doing it in a chair. So then she reached down to show her tattoo, the little heart that she have on her wrist. And she turned his wrist around, and he removed his. And Tutu heart is broke. She can't believe that he had the tat removed. Ralph's friend came back to pick him up, and they headed back home. And Ralph is high. You know, he half those Vicodin pills that he took. And first place he go is to the church. He go and he talk to the guy and tell him, you know, I messed up. You know, he starts spilling out all of his problems, and, you know, he say, I'm gonna be just like my father.
What is going on in this episode?
The preacher, I don't know this guy's name. Tell Ralphie, you know, you're a good person, you're loved, you know, and Ralphie's in shock. He like, really? I'm a good person? I'm loved? And he was like, yeah. And so now they looking at each other in each other's eyes, and next thing you know, the dude leans in and he leans in and he give Ralphie a kiss. And now Ralphie is shocked, just like y'all was just shocked. But Ralphie is shocked, and now he stands up. It looked like Ralphie finna leave. I guess Ralph say, I'm high, but I ain't that damn high. Oh man, after that, Ralph gets up, leave out the church, and he pop another pill. Oh my God. So now it goes back to Tutu, and Tutu is rubbing lotion or massaging Joe's feet. And Bridget comes through the door, and she's like, okay, here's your loser daughter. You know, and she asks, where's Larry? Of course, Larry's upstairs asleep. And they somewhat talk about the day, or they start to talk about the day, and then she realized that she told Allie that she was gonna come back. So now she's headed to Allie's house. So now she tells Tutu, you know, I have to borrow your car because I gotta go to work. I have to, you know, go to Allie's house. And, you know, she was like, she's kind of alone. And Tutu tell her, well, you know, I've been waiting here for hours for you. I'm alone too. So she said, well, Tutu, you wanna go? And so now they're in the car, and she let Bridget know that Edmund erased her. He removed the tattoo. And Bridget say, you know, I'm sorry, Mom. So Tutu says, you know, she gave Edmund a bad review on Yelp. And she was like, you know, for years I was wary that, you know, it was a desert down there. But basically come to find out, cousin Gina is very much alive. So now Bridget tell her she's been cut, and Tutu would say, you know, at least you went and you tried, you know. And Bridget is feeling like basically the world has ended because she didn't make it. So now they finally made it to Allie's house, and Allie basically speak to Tutu, and you know, and she was like, oh, well, you don't look as bad as Bridget said you look. She said you look like you've been hit by a bus. And Bridget instantly look at her like, what? You know. And so then she was like, well, come on and cuddle with me. You know, let's look at Scandal together. So now they all in the bed, and seems like the day is all winding down on a good note. So they all feel sad and miserable, and now they finna cheer each other up. So now it's back to Ralphie, and Ralphie is using the spare key to get into And he got the puppy. He got the puppy that's on Vicodin. I guess that was his whole way of keeping the pills. You keep the pills, you keep the puppy. I don't know. But he hops in the bed with her and cuddle, and she heard the puppy. She was like, what is that, a puppy? And he was like, yeah. And she basically asked him, what did you do? And that's how the episode ends. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, click the thumbs up button, and I see y'all in the next one. Peace.